Hi everyone, welcome and welcome back to CrochetObjet Knitting. If you're new here, my name is Mo. On today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to do the Kitchener stitch, which is the last step on socks knitting. I'm just about to finish this beautiful jelly roll socks, and actually I knitted it together with a few knitters on our weekly meetings. I will leave a link to this beautiful pattern down below in the description box for you. I just finished shaping the toe, and this is the time for the Kitchener stitch, the last step on socks knitting, and let me show you how we do it. So in order to start the Kitchener stitch, let's put one sock aside and we will work on this one. I want to cut the yarn about, let's say, 25 or 30 centimeters long. And I will need a needle. I'll put the yarn tail into the needle. So now the running yarn, the yarn tail, is connected into a tapestry needle. And as you can see, when I finish shaping the toe, my stitches are divided into two double-pointed needles. In these socks, I have 12 stitches on the front needle and 12 stitches on the left needle. And before starting my Kitchener stitch, I want to make sure I have the same number of stitches on each of the needles. And as you can see, the running yarn is connected to the back needle. And I will work the Kitchener stitch in two sets, the front set and the back set. And on each set, I will do 2 steps. I'm starting working on the front needle, just like so. I insert my needle as if to knit to the first stitch on the needle, let it fall off the needle, and then go straight into the second stitch. Insert my needle into the second stitch as if to purl, and leave it on the needle. And then pull the yarn all the way. Now I'm going to work on the back needle. I'm going to insert my needle as if to purl to the first stitch and let it fall off the needle, and then go into the second stitch as if to knit and leave it on. And this is the first set. And I'm going to repeat these 4 steps till I have 2 stitches, 1 on each needle. And I want to be aware of 2 things. 1, I want to make sure I pull the yarn after each set in a way that my stitches, my Kitchener stitches, will be more or less in the same gauge of my general knitting. And second, I want to make sure that after I finish the first set and the second set, I want to make sure I have the same number of stitches on the needle. So let's do the second set. I'm starting with the front needle. Insert my needle into the first stitch as if to knit and let it fall. Insert my needle into the second stitch as if to purl and leave it on. Pull the yarn. Go to the back set. Insert my needle into the first stitch as if to purl and let it fall. Insert my needle into the second stitch as if to knit and leave it on. And give the yarn a little tug. Let's do the third set. Knitwise off the needle, purlwise on. Back set. Purlwise off, knitwise on. So the first stitch is always dropped off the needle and the second stitch we leave on the needle. Once again, knitwise off, purlwise on, pull the yarn, back set, purlwise off, knitwise on. And let's see and check if we have the same number of stitches on the needles. 2, 4, 6, 8, 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm working, repeating these 2 steps on each needle all the way till I have 1 stitch on each needle. And in the Kitchener stitch, I would like to recommend that you will not answer your phone, don't go to make yourself a coffee or something. Just complete the Kitchener stitch. Make sure you have the time to start and to complete it in one shot. It's really a very warm recommendation. Back set as if to purl off, knit, leaving on the needle, and new set. Knit, off, purl, on, back set, purl off, knit on, knit, off, and purl, leave on, purl and knit, and the last 2 stitches, knit and let it fall, and purl and let it fall, and pull the yarn all the way. And that's it. This is the Kitchener stitch. Let me show you how it looks. The Kitchener stitch does the same knitting or the same rhythm of knitting of the whole knitting of the socks. So this is how the way it looks. Really, really perfect. Now I have the second sock. I will complete my Kitchener stitch on the second sock and I can wear my socks. And this is it. Now all you have to do is weave in the tails, and this is maybe for another video, but this is it for today, and this is how you do the last step on hand knitted socks when you knit socks from the top down. This was the Kitchener stitch. I hope you enjoyed it, and if yes, please don't forget to give the video the thumbs up, and please, if you like learning with me, please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next one.